guys, BW. We're out here in the garage. I figured you guys would like to come in and see what's going on with this tilt nose and what I'm doing to switch things around and maybe check some of the progress. So here we go. Bring you over here and show you what's going on. I got this side almost ready to go. Okay, so let me bring you over here real quick. I got these old junky little tabs on here that was holding the seams, all right? And this driver's side seam was really screwed up. So I wanted to start on this side. So basically I'm taking those scrubby things off and putting nice ones on. As you can see, I got one here, here, down here. And then up here, I just took a piece of the old flooring material that I had left in the corner from the Nova and shaped it around. And this isn't structural, it's just to hold the gap up here at the end. All right, so what I did was, and what I'm doing, you guys can see I've already removed this one, and I just started removing this one here, okay? I capped it off just to finish it off a little bit, okay? And this is basically what we're gonna do. I took this piece of stock right here. Now this stock is only 1/16 of an inch, which is plenty strong enough, okay? All this stuff is 1/8 inch, and the only reason I used it is because I had it here. I bought it when I framed out the car before I cut the floor out, and rather than it go to waste, I used it up. Except for this piece right here with the bronze, it's a little larger. My buddy that runs the machine shop did that job for me. All right, he pressed those bearings in for me. All right, so up here, you can see it's like this material came up just a hair short when I did the job way back when, because like I said, I was using material I already had. But I'm just gonna leave it. I was thinking about sticking a little piece in there. Who's gonna see that? Nobody's gonna mess with that. All right, but anyway, it was acting a little funny right here, and this bottom plug felt like it was gonna let go, so I put a weld top and bottom. I'm gonna do that on the other side too. A little bit of body work outside will go a long way. I just didn't like how it was feeling, so I changed it. So anyway, back to the stock piece, all right? So I made this, and I just kind of slanted off both ends and capped them. And I'm gonna stick that, let me see if I can get this to go over there. Hang on a second. Sorry to bump you around there for a second. Had to do that to hold the camera and everything. But that's basically what's gonna happen there. I'm gonna even it up, of course, and I'll weld it top, bottom, and then weld it to this. And that way it's on the pieces that are holding the seams, so it's getting picked up at the seam. All right, I've decided just to leave the ones for the hood, and they're no big deal. So let's come around here real quick and show you what's happening here. This seam, no matter what I did, I think Don brought it up on his video, as a matter of fact, the other night. It's so hard to get these seams, and this one would not come in. There's been a lot of body work. This fender's far from perfect. The hood's a mess. So I got it as close as I could here. You can see where I had actually tacked it to hold it. And then after I got that where I wanted it, and down here is as good as I can get it down here. But it was touching right here if I did that every time, no matter what I did. So after I got everything fitted, I just ran a wafer wheel down through there. That's all I did, was clean it up a little bit, and it came right in. All right, the other side's always been decent, so I'm just gonna roll with it, okay, and make up the seam clips for that side and get those welded in, just like I did on the driver's side here. It's pretty simple. I'm just using this 1/8 inch flat bar and then this sheet metal right here. I'm just making the sheet metal the size, but then I got to weld a piece of the 1/8 inch on the one side or the other, because this, if you can see right here, this sticks down further, so this needed an 1/8 inch. So rather than try to do a whole bunch of bending and stuff, I just welded a piece of 1/8 inch right on the end of the sheet metal. Then this sheet metal here comes over here, and I bent a 90 and welded it behind. All right, so it's very strong, and that's what I did on those right there. All right, and for the bottom seam, I just ran a weld from this old hinge point down into through there. All right, so that's gonna wrap that up pretty quick. Not a big deal. We're gonna take these rivets off of these old braces and get rid of those and plug weld those up. I'm gonna plug weld where the jet bird emblem goes, because we're not gonna have that on our hood. So I'm gonna close those holes off. I'm going to close the Chevy hole emblems off. We're not going to use any of that. We're going to have to do a lot of nice body work on the top there anyway, from where I welded and screwed that all up. All right, so then after I get those brackets off, you see there's a hole right down there. Not this one, that's our pin for our lift and to secure it when it's down. This hole right here, I actually had to drill that in there way back when, because there was a stuck bolt in there and I couldn't get to it, and that was the only way to get to it. So I got to plug weld that up and grind it over. And the antenna hole over there, I'm going to have to take care of that as well. All right, also I'll be breaking out the torches. You guys can see I got 1, 2, 3. This is just a sheet metal screw, but it's jammed in there just as well, and these bolts are jammed in there. So we got to get those out, because we are going to get fender extensions and the bottom apron from Jay, the valance, I guess you would call it. All right, and we got problems on both sides, so I'll be heating them up and getting that off. And then I come over here and look down here, and I'll have to make a little patch for that right there. And then it's going to be just a ton of body work, right? Okay, I'm going to try to fill this up a little bit with metal and just kind of grind it down and make it look decent, because I'm gonna also fit my air cleaner. What am I saying? My hood scoop. I'm going to be starting to fit my hood scoop as well. I'm going to try to get all this done while it's off. I told Phil it was going to take a while to do this, and it is. It's like everything was done because it was mocked up the way I wanted it. Now I'm doing the finish work. This was a mistake. I should have never put these here. They should have went straight to the seam. You know, you live and learn. I'm not perfect, and I knew that, okay? But they're okay on where it is on the fender. That's really tight there. That ain't gonna move. And up here, it's fine there, because the seam is gonna take the majority of the weight. So I'm gonna be okay with it. All right, and after we get all this work done in here, I'm gonna scuff this all up, just scuff it, and we're gonna shoot it with Wrap-The-Liner on the interior of it. It'll look really cool. I mean, it's a little, you know, what do I want to say? It's a little rough, but the Wrap-The-Liner will help a lot, and it'll make it look decent whenever the hood's swung up. All right, that's how I'm gonna go with that. But like this piece, I just got it sitting in here. I haven't welded it in yet, because I want to paint most of this and get it, you know, covered, and then paint through here a little bit, except for where I'm going to weld, and get, you know, so that it has some protection there against the elements or whatever. But like I say, as soon as I get everything done and I'm satisfied with the inside, I'll just Wrap-The-Line it, you know. Hopefully it'll hold up good from all the sanding and stuff on the body work. I think it'll be all right, but we'll see. It's one of those things where you want to do it while it's off the car, and this thing's too heavy to be picking up and putting on the car and taking off the car. And I mean, there's stuff we got to do over. All right, guys, well, we got about as far as we're going to get today. We put the bar in on this side, got it welded in. This is super rigid, way more so than it used to be. It's not moving. It's in good nick. So the only one we got everything done, except we don't have that bar put in. It's hanging up right there, drying. The paint's drying on it, and then we'll get it in there. They're a tiny bit different. It's all in a matter of where I located these 2 years ago, and I was laying under the car when I did it. They're very, very close, but they're just a hair different. If I didn't tell anybody, I don't think they'd notice, but you know, I tell you guys everything. It's not going to make a lick of difference. I'm not cutting anything loose to move anything to make them identical, because we know that this fits the car perfectly just the way it is. So we're going to leave that. Going to chip away at this during the week. It's getting late out, and I got some stuff to do. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll bring you in during the week while I take out the rivets, and we'll just, you know, talk or whatever, and maybe we'll bust out the torch and get these bolts taken care of. But we made some pretty good headway. I'm satisfied with the progress. I hope you guys like what's going on. I'm a little tired, but that's all right. And this job has needed to get done for a while, and it's just about done. All right. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, the like, all them YouTube things, if you like what you're looking at. If not, I hope you come back and try again. Till next time, take care, everybody.